she did that, so like it was well deserved if I beat her ass. Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. You already know Zay. I don't know what I'm gonna title this video, but guys, this story upsets me to this day. I might get even a little pissed off. I'm gonna tell you guys a story time. This one was recent. This actually happened on December 29th, 2019. I know because I have videos of me ranting about it. Guys, this white lady who works at 7-Eleven. So if you guys want to know what happened to me, then definitely keep watching, subscribe, like, and you get to see this face again. You get to hear these stories. You get to get all the tea. Just don't skip that step. So enough with all that talking, getting into the video. So let me put my lip gloss on. How they looking? Actually, they don't look dry. Do you have a problem? Okay. So basically, me, myself, and 4 other friends, we decided to go to the 7-Eleven on our campus in the nighttime. It must have been like 11 o'clock in the night. I lived on campus last semester for my first year of university. We stay up literally all night during the school year, and we have a 7-Eleven that's on campus. Well, it's not on campus, it's across the road, but yeah, it's for us, you know? Me always being the initiator. Like, you guys hungry? Like, yeah, okay, let's go to 7-Eleven, put our stuff. We walk across the street. So I already knew what I wanted. I had a sweet tooth. So I'm just like, yep, gonna get myself a Rice Krispie. I got one of those jumbo Rice Krispies. Like, y'all know what I'm talking about. You get them at like Kennedy Station sometimes. Since I got something like ready-made, I was the first one to be done my purchase. So I had bought this Rice Krispie and my friends were still looking for things. I think one of my friends got like wedges or something cooked, so it took a little longer for them to package that and whatnot. So I was just standing at the front of the store where the door is, because I don't like once I purchase something, I don't like to be in and around the store for no one to say I teeth nothing this or I'm like lurking, and you know, I'm
1, 2, 3, 4. How many niggers are in my store? I know you're stealing.
Need I say more? Even like, let's say I buy something from Forever 21. Once I buy it, I'm out of the store. I see something cute, I guess I'll get it next time. I bought my thing and I just waited inside near the entrance of the door. Remind you, I'm with 4 other people, so I'm waiting for all 4 people to purchase. I got a little hungry, so I was like, okay, let me open this up, like whatever. So I open it up and I'm going to take a bite, and it's stale. Like, my teeth can't even penetrate the tin. It's stale. It's packaged. Why is it stale? So I turn it around and I look at the expiry date. It's not supposed to be expired yet, but it's stale. So I'm like, okay, alright, let me take this shit back, because I was still in the store. So I went back to the clerk. I didn't have an attitude or nothing. I know myself that there's nothing they could do about it. They didn't whip up the Rice Krispie in the back. Like, you know, like it came to them in a box. It can be replaced. So it was like $1.10. Not a big deal. Even if they couldn't replace it, not a big deal. Just showed it to him. And obviously there's a little bite of the corner. Like, I bit it. I had to bite it to know that I could not eat it. So I just said to him, I just bought this. This is stale. Is there a way I can replace it with something of the same value or anything like that? He looked at me all confused, question mark, and I was like, okay. I was a little annoyed. So he took it from me. He's like, oh, can I see it? And he took it from me. He walked to another employee. This lady is a bigger white woman, and he gave it to her, and before he even uttered a word out, homegirl, who was watching us from when we got in the store, might I add, she started going buck. She's like, what does she think this is? What does she think this is? She's gonna pay for it. She better pay for it. What, she thinks this is free? What he did.
Wait a damn minute.
I was baffled. I was so confused. She's literally talking For the whole store to hear, I just couldn't understand what her issue was. So she's like saying like, what does she think this is? What does she think this is? You have to pay for it. You have to pay for it. And she literally storms over to me from behind the counter. She's like, you have to pay for it. What do you think this is? You have to pay for it. And she's holding it in her hand. And I'm like, I already paid for it. She said to me, there's no refunds. There is no refunds. Child. I didn't ask for a refund. So first I didn't buy it, is what you're saying. And now you're saying there's no refunds. Like, you're not even trying to, customer service is on 0, baby. It's in the gutter. To pay for it, you have to pay for it. And she was not hearing it. She was not having it with anything I was saying. She was making it seem as though I walked my ass into the 7-Eleven and I thought that everything was free. Like, I came, I opened this, I took a bite, I said, this is not to my liking, and I handed it back to her to get it replaced. Like, obviously not. Obviously I paid for it. She's literally going buck, and I'm like, she's not even letting me get a word out. Like, she didn't even listen to the guy in the first place, the first clerk. She cut him off before he could even explain the situation to her. He's just in the back, like, behind her. Like, he didn't know what was going on. He was confused. He was helpless. He was useless in the situation. Because he and I know what's going on. So he could have at least rooted for me. So she's talking to me crazy. She's talking to me crazy. She's in my face. She's even leaned forward like this. For whatever reason, she felt that she needed to assert herself over me. And she's literally just like yelling over me, yelling. It's like she's going in circles. And then not even 2 minutes of her like just going at me. Like, not even 2 minutes. Because this was not a long argument or nothing like that. We don't do refunds. And then within that 10-20 second span, next thing I knew, a Rice Krispie was getting blown at my chest. Next thing I do, a Rice Krispie hit me. Yeah, isn't that crazy? So I literally went into like, that has never happened to me before. Worked many jobs. I've been on both ends, the customer and the employee, in a sticky situation, and I've never ever experienced such disrespect. It hit me. Like, it hit me. So she threw it from across her side of the counter, and she hit me with it. Like, she threw it at my chest. Like, I can't even utter out the words because that is how ridiculous the situation is. She threw it at me. I stopped. Like, I looked at it like,
welcome to the main event.
And I looked at my friend.
Let's get ready to rumble.
And then I picked it up and I whipped it at her. And like, it just went whoop. Like, it went like this. Like, it could have hit her in the face, but it didn't. Which I'm glad, because I probably would have been charged. You know how it goes. She looked so shocked. Like, it blows my mind, like, how you could be shocked after you just do something at me. It's flying right back at you, bitch. Like, why are you shocked? Be prepared next time. So it went right past her like that. At this point, because the whole time I was calm. When dealing with people in situations like that, I'm always calm. Why? Because I have to be. It hit the wall and she stopped and looked at me.
She's like, get out! You get out of my store right now! You get out of my store!
Get out of my store right now! I'm like, child. Anyway, so I don't remember what I said, but it was along the lines of, I was like, you can't kick me out. Like, yelling. At this point, we're yelling. We're shouting match. I'm like, you want to throw things? Like, you can't kick me out. I'm gonna stand right here. Are you done? Or I'm gonna call the police. You threw something at me. Like, the Alzheimer's really hit, because there's no way she just threw something at me and then tried to act like she did not. So she kicked me out, and I'm like, you know what? For the sake of myself, I will get out. So yelling back and forth. Whatever. Beep, 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 beep. So I left the store. I just couldn't believe it. Like, everybody and their mom had to know that story the next day. I just had to get out of that situation, and I had to go back and collect my head. But I will say, I wasn't done. So I went back.
Yes, it's me. And you guys are angry about it. Oh my God, I make y'all feel that. Well, this will not take long.
Maybe a few days later, 2 days, 3 days, 2 days. I went back because no, at first, and you can't ban me. You cannot just tell me that you don't want me in your store and that's a ban. That's not a ban, baby. It's not a ban. That's just like you come, like you're a teacher and I come to your class and I make trouble or whatever, and you try to tell me don't come back to the class. I will come back to the class until the principal tells me I cannot come back to the class, baby. You do not run things here. Someone had to buy something and I was like, great, let's go to 7-Eleven. So we went and she was working behind the desk and I said, perfect. I walked right by her and she jumped up and immediately was like, you need to get out of here, I'm calling the police. You need to get out of here or I'm calling the police. And I was just like, oh no, I didn't do nothing. Go look at the cameras. So I went in the aisles with all the snacks and she came in that aisle and the way she was walking in my direction aggressively, I thought she was gonna push me. So she literally came at me so fast and then last minute she went around me. Really should have touched me, but she didn't. So she was actually trying to get behind me because behind me was like one of those hidden doors where they go to the back, and her manager was in there, which was amazing for me because I'd love to meet her, right? So she went and got her and she said, this is the girl who threw something at me I was telling you about the other day.
I'm glad you brought it up because I've been dying to talk about it for a hot minute. First of all,
and the manager immediately was on her side, obviously, and she was like, I heard about you and you cannot be in here. And I'm like, no, actually you need to hear both sides of the story, and you also need to go check the tapes because the tapes will tell you more than I can even tell you. So at this point, you know, I was doing my calm thing again. While I was talking to the manager, the girl, Cindy, we'll call her. I'm sorry, it's late in the story. I fucked up, I failed. Pretended that she was organizing some of the stuff that were in the aisle that was right next to ours while we were talking. And that pissed me off. You know when they think you're stealing in stores, so they just come and they're following you and all of a sudden every aisle you're in, they're like this. Like, no, like, I see you. Talking to her and I'm like, hey, this is what happened. I came in and I bought this Rice Krispie and it was stale. And then I hear, she didn't buy it. She did not buy it. I'm like, I'm not talking to you. I'm actually talking to Abigail here. I'm not talking to you, so don't speak. You had your time to talk. You already explained the situation to her, right? Correctly, right? So I'm speaking to her now. Thanks. Cindy over here came at me very aggressively and very rudely, and then she's like, oh well, she said that you had been aggressive with her and that you were demanding to get a free Rice Krispie. I'm like, huh? Like, I'm like, ma'am, a Rice Krispie is $1.10. It was not a big issue until she escalated it and she needs better training or she needs to not be in customer service because the performance was 1 out of 10, baby, 0.5. I'm like, and she actually threw the Rice Krispie at me, and the lady knew this. And she's like, well, I heard that you guys were throwing food at each other. I'm like, Abigail, am I on the job, Abigail? Ma'am, there's no each other. She's an employee. There's no reason for her to be getting physical with me at all, especially when I did not touch her until she did that to me. And she's like, okay, well, I understand, you know, she will get dealt with. I just want to have your number so that I can contact you and let you know any updates on this. And but for now, until things are handled, you can't come in the store, so just wait outside. I'm like, okay, all right. So I left the store and nobody called me, nothing was done, and Cindy still works there. Like, nothing came of it. It's so crazy because I went on the 7-Eleven on the reviews of that particular location on 2585 Wyandotte Street West reviews, and there's people actually talking about her. Like, I'm not telling a single lie in this story. She's rude, she's disrespectful, and she smelled herself. That's basically what happened to me. She tried to call the police on me after she disrespected me and made a false story about me. That's just what happened. If you guys liked the story, then definitely give me a like. You can subscribe now. I mean, it's free, so just go ahead and do it. Let me know down below what other videos you guys would like to see. That could have been my excuse to say, like, she did that, so, like, it was well deserved if I beat her ass. But I didn't, you know, growth. So let me know how I handled it, okay? Let me know how you would handle it. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys all. Bye.